Hi, my name is Renee, and I'm an appliance care and maintenance specialist. But before becoming an appliance care and maintenance specialist, I was an appliance repair technician in the field for 6 years. Recently, I had the opportunity to film myself performing a couple of repairs for my aunt, so this is a video of me replacing the lid latch assembly on her washing machine. Disclaimer, I am a trained and qualified professional. Do not attempt this repair unless you are also a trained and qualified professional. This video is for educational purposes only and should not be used as instructions for how to perform this repair. Seriously. Every model of appliance is designed a little bit differently, so if you try to use this video to attempt to DIY fix your own appliances, you're gonna have very disappointing results. After carefully wiggling the washer away from the wall, the first thing I do is unplug it, because nobody wants to get electrocuted. Then once the washer is no longer tethered to live electricity, I pull it the rest of the way out. I didn't touch the water lines because this repair doesn't deal with water, and because the water lines had enough slack so that I could perform this repair without having to disconnect anything. The first thing I need to do is remove the old latch assembly, which begins with disconnecting it at the control board. After pulling the washing machine away from the wall, I take off the back panel so I can access the control board. While I'm back here, I also need to remove the screws holding the entire top of the washing machine in place so that I'll be able to access the front half of the lid latch assembly. So I move a few things out of the way and get that done first. Then I disconnect the pressure hose from the control board, which is what the washing machine uses to detect the water level inside the machine. The pressure hose itself doesn't have any effect on this repair, aside from the fact that they never have enough slack to be able to access the control board without disconnecting it, so off it goes. Then I open the parts required for this repair. The lid latch assembly for this particular model of washing machine has been discontinued, but has been replaced with what's known as a retrofit kit. A retrofit kit is an updated and often improved version of the original part, along with instructions on how to correctly perform the repair with the new part. Despite the fact that I've replaced many washing machine lid latch assemblies, I've never replaced this specific retrofit kit, so I read the instructions very carefully before proceeding. That way I can confirm it's going to be compatible with this washing machine before I've done too much disassembly. Once I've checked all the parts and read the instructions of the retrofit kit, I disconnect the wiring harness of the old lid latch from the control board. Then I disconnect the part that holds this end of the wiring harness in place and feed it through towards the front half of the washing machine. I put the control panel back where it lives momentarily so it's out of the way, and I reference the retrofit kit instructions, which do specifically say this repair should only be performed by someone with training and experience. Once I'm confident about what I need to do next, it's time to disconnect the front part of the top of the washing machine. I do this by pushing in on the hidden tabs holding the top in place, then prying it up on both sides with a putty knife. Then I lift the top and take a look at the latch assembly so I know where everything is, and I disconnect
the bezel at the top of the lock mechanism and...
You know what? I should probably explain the basic parts of a top-load washing machine lid latch assembly. Keep in mind, some manufacturers call these parts by different names, and designs can absolutely vary, but this is how I learned it. A lid latch assembly includes all the different lid latch parts. The lid strike is the part that's attached to the lid and goes into the lid lock. You can usually see the entire lid strike on a top-load washing machine. The lid lock, or lid lock mechanism, is the electronic part that holds onto the lid strike when the washing machine locks the lid. The lock is connected to the washer's control board via a wiring harness that goes from the front to the back, all of which is hidden underneath the top part of the washing machine. You usually can't see very much of the lid lock except for what you can see through the hole in the bezel, which is a little collar that helps secure the lock into place. So before I can remove the lock mechanism, I first have to remove the bezel, which is the easiest part of the latch assembly to remove. Once you have the top of the washer lifted up. Here's a close-up of the bezel. Once the bezel is removed, I disconnect the lock mechanism from the top of the washer, then I tape the lid closed because it's spring-loaded and I really don't want to break it when I tilt the top of the washer back. You can see the end of the wiring harness for the lock mechanism sticking out at the bottom of the frame here, which I then pull through the other side. Then I grab my needle nose pliers to pull the wiring harness out of the clips that hold it onto the top of the washer on the inside. And despite my best efforts not to, I promptly dropped one of the clips on the floor, which means in a second I'll have to tip the entire washing machine backwards to get to it, but on the plus side, old lid latch assembly completely removed. Dear washing machine manufacturers, please stop making these clips so easy to drop. I'm pretty sure every appliance repair technician I know has dropped these on multiple occasions and then has to go searching for it underneath the machine. It's so much fun! And then, of course, before I install the new latch assembly, I have to reinstall the clip. But since the old strike won't fit into the new lock, I have to replace that first. So I untape the lid to remove the old strike, which I'll replace with the new one after I replace the lock mechanism. Then I snap the lock into place, retape the lid closed, and start attaching the wiring harness to the inside of the top using every appliance tech's favorite clips. Seriously though, if anyone watching this has any power to change the design of those clips so they don't want to forcefully eject themselves every time you try to remove them, that'd be great, thanks. Once I have the harness clipped in, I feed the control board connection end back through the hole from whence it came. Or I guess the hole from whence the old one came? Regardless, I put it through the hole that leads to the control board, so the control hole? I don't know. I put the thing through the thing so the thing could connect to the thing. Then I realign the top of the washing machine with the body of the washing machine, and ever so gracefully, I snap the front part back into the clips I had pried it out of. Very graceful, very mindful, very demure. I pop the control panel back off so I can connect the new wiring harness to the control board. Realize it would be way easier to reinstall the screws that hold the top of the washing machine on if I do that before putting the control panel back. Then I reinstall the control panel, reattach the pressure hose to the control board, and the new lock mechanism and wiring harness are completely installed. Before installing the new bezel, I wiped down the area where the old bezel was, because over years of use, dust and lint find their way underneath it. Plus, it only takes a minute anyway. The new bezel snaps right into place. Then I give y'all one more close-up, this time of the strike, before snapping it into place on the lid. I make sure everything feels like it fits together properly, and then it's time to test. One last look to make sure everything's connected on the control board before plugging the washer back in. Then I turn the washing machine on and start a cycle. Before, every time they would try to start a load of laundry, it would give a lid lock error code. This time it started right away, which is a great sign. I double check to make sure everything is level considering I pulled the washing machine about 90 degrees the wrong direction, and I also check to make sure the washing machine is registering that the lid is opening and closing. Once the washing machine is done sensing the load of laundry that isn't in there, it's the moment of truth. Ah, the sweet sound of victory, which of course necessitates a silly victory dance. My cousin was in the bedroom on the opposite side of this wall and had no idea. Then I cancel the cycle, unplug the washing machine, and replace the back panel. Why did I leave the back panel off? So that I didn't have to take it off in a hurry if something went wrong and I needed to look. There's a method to my madness. Once the back panel is back on, I plug it back in. Then I push it back in, and check one more time to make sure it's level. And that's how I've replaced the lid latch assembly on my aunt's washing machine. If you enjoyed this video, I also repaired an element on her range, but that's a video for another time. If you're experiencing problems with your washing machine, I also have troubleshooting guides that walk you through what to check before calling a tech available on my website. For more information, visit renda.com.